Hey, if you're new, my name is Richard Buin. Welcome to my channel. I do mainly health and fitness for military and veteran populations, but if it pertains to you too, awesome. Thanks for being here. So in this video, I'm going to go over major muscle groups so you can make your workouts more effective. Don't go anywhere. When you work out, you need to have a comprehensive plan for your entire body. This means working out every group enough to get a benefit. You don't have to do this all at one time, but you do and should be doing it throughout an entire week. So I've broken it up into upper, lower, and your core and abdominals. So now let's go over each part independently. So the large upper body muscles are your chest and back. These muscles are agonist and antagonist to themselves. One is the prime mover, and it helps the other one slow down while the main one is working. You can save time and effort just by working these the same day. So an anatomy picture like this one, with the lower pec as the head that you can work separately. So it may be worked out a little bit while you're doing push-ups or a decline bench. But for the purposes of information, I'm just going to break the pec down as these two that I have listed below. The clavicular head and the sternocleidomastoid head with the pectoralis minor. And then also the back is your latissimus dorsi and your traps. Everybody loves to work out the arms, and I've broken them down into three categories: the deltoids, the biceps, and the triceps. Everybody loves those rounded boulder shoulders, and they should be worked on accordingly. To the front, the side, and the rear, make sure you have an encompassing shoulder. The tricep has three heads, which makes up the most upper part of the arm. The bicep has two heads, which is the anterior portion of the front arm, and a brachioradialis, which is located on the lower part of the arm, distal to the rest of the biceps. The origin of brachioradialis is under the brachialis, and it'll help make that bicep pop, especially if you're wearing a medium shirt, like I like to wear. So don't forget to work out the brachioradialis by doing some reverse curls and hammer curls to the front and to the sides. Your lower body is very important, especially for the glutes and the hamstrings. This is where your power and strength is derived from and should never be neglected. Your glutes and hamstrings should be worked just as much as your upper body. And if you want to run faster and jump higher, then the hamstrings and glutes need to be strong and work with some fast concentric actions. Now don't forget about the quads and calves. We don't want to walk around like Mr. Krabs now, do we? So leg extensions, lunges, and some spin bike work will do the quads a bit of good. Some calf raises while your knee is bent or seated will work your soleus more. Your gastroc has two heads to work. Using a three-way calf raise complex will help work this all around. So like I do 3 different ways and 5 reps apiece. 5 for the feet pointed out, 5 for the feet parallel, and 5 for the feet pointed in. And that's one set. Leave your comment below on how you like to go work your calves. You can go share it with everybody else. So the core is a lot of different muscle groups that make up the stability and balance of your body. These muscles should be worked just as much as the abs for the upper and the lower portions. The core muscles are an integral part of your body's overall athleticism and should be trained regularly. You can work them doing some plank variations, some rotational exercises, and some anti-rotational movements. It's the summer, and don't think people have been working out that much with this pandemic happening. So the beach body six-pack might need a little bit of work. The abs are the group that we show off the most in our med sections. These muscles should be trained on days that you don't work your core. The rectus abdominis is mostly worked while performing sit-ups and crunches. The obliques can get some work in by leg lifts and some lower leg lifting actions. So these are only a few exercises that you can do, and you can see other ab work in the link if you want to find out more. You need to work each group accordingly. So make sure you lift enough to get something out of it. If you're not gaining strength or muscle Then increase your intensity, volume, sets, and reps. Don't work your core and abs every single day. Alternate your core and abs daily with your main lifts. Cardio is just important, but too much cardio on days you're trying to build strength or hypertrophy is counterproductive. Increasing single joint usage on top of multi-joint movements may lead to eventual soft tissue and joint pains. Some types of resistance training considerations. You could do a split routine, an upper lower for the week, an agonist-antagonist complex. Chest and back, biceps, triceps, quad hamstrings, abs back or like a hyperextension. Or similar group function, shoulders and glutes, rotations with the hips, biceps and hamstrings, triceps and quads, or the back, hinge deadlift kind of action. Something to consider when making your own program. When working your main groups, you're also working different types of muscles for that movement. For example, when you do a bench press with the bar or dumbbells, you're also working the triceps and the shoulders. The same goes for a row or a pull down. You're also working your traps and your biceps. So working these more can lead to a pain or some other kind of soft tissue injury possibly later. You don't want to work out the smaller groups too much because some of those actions you are also doing on your main lifts already that you're performing. So just a consideration, if you get some pain in your elbow from trying to make them guns pop a little bit more in your sleeves, you might want to slow that down a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.